Good morning everyone. In this video we are going to understand class and object in C++. So what is class? Class is actually a blueprint of an object. So let's imagine like we have a blueprint of a house. We want to build a house, and before building the house we need a blueprint. It means we need a diagram on a piece of paper, and we will refer that diagram, and on the basis of that we will actually create a house, and that house will actually become the object. In order to create an object we need a blueprint, and blueprint is actually a class. This blueprint will have the number of houses and the area. It actually contains all the informations that is required to build a house. So as I said that in order to create a house we need a blueprint, and house is actually having all the information that is required by the object, and the informations could be the area of each room, or area of the hall or kitchen or restroom. So these are the informations that should be available into the blueprint. So that's why we call as a descriptions of property set and set of operations. We mention here as a set of operations, like we have to perform some operations on the variable that is available into the class. Like if we create a class we need some variables, and in order to change, update or any kind of modifications we require an operations to perform on those variable. Once we create a class that's kind of blueprint on a piece of paper, it will act as a data type. And now what is data type? Data type is actually container which keep an information. Like integer, it's actually a container that keep only the integer kind of value, or float that will only keep a floating type of values. In the same way, when we create a class, it will actually create a data type, and we can only store the kind of variable the class can hold. So once we created a class, it will be a data type. Now once we create a class, we also capture the logic of encapsulation. It means that we have to keep all the informations related to one category into a single block. Like if we have a bag, we put the laptop into it, put the charger. So both this item is into one bag. So that is encapsulated. Now we come to an object. Now, what is object? Object is a runtime entity. It means it will only available when your program is run, and it will occupy a memory of your system. And once it occupy a memory into your system, it will only contain those amount of memory that is declared into the class. And class is also referred as an instance of a class. Why we call as instance? Because with the help of that blueprint, or with the help of that class, we can create number of houses, or we can create a number of objects. Okay, like if you go to a metropolitan city and you can see a big apartment. In that apartment you can see that most of the flat are similar, the structure are similar, and this flat is occupied by a owner. So here each flat is actually an instance or an object of a class, and that class is actually the blueprint. On the basis of that, these flats are created. Okay, let's see through an example. So here we have a class which is named as car, and this car class have two variable, number of door and number of seat, and we have two operation behavior method or functions we can call it, that is void set door and void show info. Here we miss underscore, it should be show underscore info. So this is actually a blueprint of a class car, and with the help of this class car we can create an object. Here we have created an object which is one, which have two variable, number of door and number of seat. So it is actually the instance of a class car, and it actually occupy a memory into your system. In the similar way we can get another object, and this object also contain number of door and number of seat. So with the help of one class or one blueprint we can create two objects. Hopefully the concept of class and object is clear. Thank you very much.